Yesterday was a fairly low-scoring day in the KBO as half the teams scored 5 or fewer runs and no team scored more than 8 runs. Only 2 home teams won, including the SK Wyverns, who surprisingly were able to defeat the NC Dinos in a 1-run low-scoring ball game. Elsewhere, the LG Twins defeated the high-flying Doosan Bears behind Casey Kelly's quality start, which included 7 strikeouts. For player news, former Chicago Cub Dan Straley blanked the Eagles on 4 hits and 1 walk through 7 innings in a 6-2 victory on Wednesday for the Giants. On the other side of that game, Eagles starter Warwick Sappold gave up 4 runs, all earned, on 9 hits while striking out just 1 through 6 innings in Wednesday's 6-2 loss to Lotte. Yesterday's daily fantasy must-start Mel Rojas Jr. went 2 for 3 with a walk and 3 RBIs in Wednesday's 7-4 victory over the Kia Tigers. Here are today's odds courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook. It's the Game 3 series finale today, with only the KT Wiz, though, having a shot at the 3-game sweep after putting up 7.5 runs per game over their first 2 against the Kia Tigers. The lowest total belongs to the Kiwoom Heroes and Samsung Lions game, as MVP candidate Eric Jokic is going for the Heroes. Today's daily fantasy must-start is Mel Rojas Jr. yet again. The Wiz team, they're hot, and they're on the KBO's longest winning streak at 3 in a row, and they've put up close to 8 runs per game over their last 4, and showed they're not fazed by this Kia Tigers' supposedly dominant pitching staff. Rojas should flex again tonight as the Wiz look for their first sweep since June 18th against the SK Wyverns. For game picks, we're first looking at the LG Twins Doosan Bears matchup. Tyler Wilson is facing off against Raul Alcantara, but neither pitcher has quite lived up to their foreign player status. Wilson hasn't thrown 7 innings since May 20th, and he hasn't had 7 strikeouts in a game since May 14th. He's a decent pitcher, but definitely not elite, as he allows walks and hits at alarming rates. Alcantara is better in most categories than Wilson, but he's largely benefited from having that Bears' superb offense behind him. Despite the Bears' loss yesterday, this offense is averaging 7 runs a game over their last 3. I like the over 9.5 runs tonight. Next, Adrian Sampson faces the Eagles team that finally returned to their losing ways last night. Sampson isn't as good as Dan Straley, but he has gone at least 5 innings in his last 3 starts, averaging 2.3 runs per start over that span. He's not a huge strikeout guy, but he doesn't walk anyone, and he should be enough for the Giants to come out victorious over the lowly Hanwha Eagles team that still has a lot of losses. Look for the Giants to win this series easily tonight. Finally, ace Eric Jokic is pitching for the Kiwoom Heroes, and he's returned to his dominant ways after a few losses. He's 2-0 over his last 3 starts, where he's averaged 7 runs per start and allowed just 1 total run. That's right, just 1 run through his past 3 starts. He's been impressive. While this Lions offense he's facing is hot right now, 19 runs in games 1 and 2 in this series, Jokic hasn't allowed a home run since June 16th, and he should easily dominate the Lions that rank 6th in runs per game over this entire year.